Good morning. It is Father's Day 2020. And besides my house, I'm at my very, very favorite place in the whole wide world. Hi, Alex. My grandson, Alex. We're at Bear Lake. And this is an extremely special place to me. So when I was, the summer that my mom was pregnant with me, so 53 summers ago, my grandparents bought a little cabin at Bear Lake. And almost every summer since, I have spent a few days here. Only a handful of years can I remember not being here. It's a little cold here in June, as we've had a cold spring, and but it doesn't matter if it's cold or warm or whatever here at Bear Lake. There's always a good day at Bear Lake. That's my grandson Alex in the background in the red hoodie. Anyway, so Bear Lake and I have kind of grown up together, and I've watched it change and grow. It's now very much, it's touristy now. I guess I don't know if it's touristy because it's mainly people who know this place who come. Sorry, my asthma's been extremely bad this week. So anyway, as I was laying in bed 2 nights ago, the first night we were here, I was thinking about, why do I love this place so much? It seems like every time that I come, even as a little girl, I just feel like I'm shedding all my ucky when I hear, and sometimes it takes a couple of days. And hi, Heather Roberts. Anyway, sometimes it takes a couple of days to do that. And as I come, anyway, so I was thinking about, why am I able to relax here? Why am I able to let go of so much stuff here that in other places I can't? Even when we're on other vacations, it's harder for me, but here there's something special. Well, as a little girl, when we come to Bear Lake, we didn't have any phones, and there wasn't a television, and all we had was the lake and our family, board games, books, and we spent the time here just being with each other. You know, we didn't put on our makeup. We didn't put on often we wore a swimsuit for 5 days straight. Then maybe pajamas at night, and that's, switch back and forth. But when we're at Bear Lake, we just are who we are. Hi, Colbertosh, Aaron Richens. Wow, some cool people I know. So I want to talk about today, maybe one of the reasons why I have valued this. The last video that I did was very long. My daughter is still giving me crap about how long my videos are. But I had to share those stories in whole. And it takes a while sometimes. Hi, Johanna, Alex, Miss Alex. Alexandra is my niece, and we love you. We wish you were here with us at Bear Lake. The only time Alexandra ever got a sunburn was at Bear Lake. That's a fun story. She has some Puerto Rican and Persian descent, and so she's very, very melatonin friendly in her skin, and usually the sun doesn't bug her. You got a sunburn here. I remember that very, very well. So, good memory. So, why is Bear Lake so special? Well, as in my last video, I shared with you some of my beginnings of being judged and bullied harshly. And as you can imagine, it's shaped my whole self and my whole self-esteem and my whole persona of what I am. Hear the boat in the background? My crazy niece. There you see her. She's already in the lake. It's cold. Warms up here. And then the water gets nicer in the afternoon, but she is diehard. There's Bella. Yes, Vanessa Haslam. So anyway, I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm tired. We stayed up way too late last night talking and playing games and sleeping kind of on top of each other in beds that aren't our own and with different people in the same room or circumstances. Anyway, so you're like, okay. And then all the littles wake up and you're like, okay, I guess we're getting up. So anyway, but when I came to Bear Lake, I didn't have to be anything than what I was. And I was with my people. I was with my parents and my sister and grandparents, often aunts and uncles and cousins sometimes. And I didn't have to be anything but what I was. Now, people don't believe me, but I am quite a bit of an introvert. And I need alone time to recharge. But I can get very, very boisterous and loud. And especially in places and things when I'm comfortable. And so at my classrooms, I get comfortable. It's my own world that I try to create. Hey! And anyway, and so I get loud and boisterous, but when I am often at Bear Lake, I don't have to pretend, and I don't have to try to do things, even when I was a little kid, to try to make people like me. And I didn't feel judged or feel bullied or feel like I was weird for being smart, or that they didn't care that I was funny looking or whatever. And so as I've been processing that, I thought about my journey in the last 50 plus years of how I've worked hard to try to learn to live authentically. And what does it mean to live authentically for yourself? And it took me my whole life, till I was about 50 years old, to be able to truly start living my authentic, true life. And I'm extremely blessed and grateful that I have had wonderful people who've taken the journey with me, my family, my husband, for 30 plus years. He was living with a wife who had no clue who she was really. Was really struggling. But he stuck by me. And, of course, my mom and dad and my sibling. And, anyway, it's just been this journey. But I guess one of my messages today is we need to try to live every day like we're at Bear Lake. And every day means that we are who we are. Instead of trying to fake our way by trying to be what we think other people want us to be. That we are what we are, how we are. And, there's the sunshine. Yay! I haven't even put my sunglasses on. Put on the old shades here, and I can't see myself in the camera. That's okay. So, like my two glasses look, guys. Anyway, so I encourage each of us to find in ourselves those things that make us authentically us. And I can share with you how I did that. And it was messy and it was awful. But I'm so grateful to have traveled that journey so that I can live this self of, hey, you know who Lisa K. Cornea Taylor is? Well, I like her. I do. I like her. I like her the way she is. I like her. And be happy in myself, in my skin, in my soul. That doesn't mean I'm always happy, but I'm learning that I'm happy with me. Mostly, okay, I'm not perfect at all. I have some real issues. I have some real hang-ups. I have a couple of addictions of things that I use to cope with. I spend too much money, and I tend to use food too. I'm a lot better than I used to be at that, but I do. I spend money unnecessarily as a way to, it's my drug. It has been. Like, people use alcohol or cigarettes or gambling or whatever else. I think we all have them, and I'm working on it really, really hard to let go of that so that we have some more financial stability. I'm so proud of my husband. He has stood by me, and it's been really, it's been hard for my kids and my parents as I have struggled with that, but I'm getting there. So one of the things is I still love to come to Bear Lake, and I still love this opportunity to get away. Now we have this technology, but I've been trying to put it away as we're here and not have it on me. I don't need this device to make me happy or to feel like I'm connected to the world. And so I'm putting it away while I'm here and just enjoying these people, the beautiful nature that God's given us, and just enjoying being outside almost all the time. So I don't exactly know what I wanted to say today, but I just wanted to share that message of how can each of us learn to be authentically us and find in us what it means to live an authentic, true life. To be true to ourselves, as Shakespeare said, even though that phrase, to thine own self be true, is often taken out of context, sort of, but that message is what I've been striving for my whole life. And I'm wanting to help share that with others, so that maybe someone doesn't have to kind of go down the same road that I've been, or at least as long as I've been, to be able to find that. So I guess there I am. Hi, Bear Lake. Let's just be authentically us. Happy Father's Day to all the dads and people who step up and are dads to people, whether you're male or female, have children of your own. There's lots of people who step up in this life and play that role, and I appreciate them very, very much. I'm so grateful for the dads in my life. I've had wonderful dads. My own dad, who taught me, who brought us to Bear Lake, who taught me so much about so many different kinds of things, both about how I want to be and also how I don't want to be. My father-in-law, who I didn't know very well, but I appreciate him and how he always worked to give his children food and shelter and those kinds of things. And I'm grateful for that, for him, and because of the good man that my husband is. I'm so grateful for my grandfathers and their legacy. They were both kind of quiet men, who sat in the background but didn't miss much, and took care of their families fiercely, but not, I don't know, boisterously. I can't explain. But I'm grateful for them, each one, both of them, and they taught me so much, and their legacy that they shared. And then my other ancestors that I've had that came before them to give me what I have, to live in the Western United States, to have the opportunities that I have, the blessings of stuff, of nice homes and comfortable places and things that my ancestors, when they came out here, didn't have and had to create from this very wild part of the world. I love this wild part of the world. I'm a Wyoming girl through and through, with the Rocky Mountains in my soul. Idaho, Utah, Montana, Colorado. It's just, this is where I want to be. I am grateful for other men in my life. My dear brother-in-law. It's the only brother I really have. Barry has some brothers. Oh, I'm getting a phone message. Get off. I'm grateful for my dear brother-in-law and the good man that he is, and how he has made my sister happy, and he's such a good man. I'm grateful for my friends that have, and I've had father people in my life. When we lived in Roosevelt, Utah, we lived away from all of our family. We moved without knowing a soul. In fact, Roosevelt's such a tight-knit community that everyone not only knows everybody, but most people are related to half the town. And when we came to Roosevelt, it was in the middle of a recession, and the oil field was down and awful. Roosevelt is oil and agriculture, but the economy really is based on the oil and gas industry, and it was in a bad place when we moved. Most of downtown was closed down. And I remember that first summer, I was walking down the street. I don't know if I can't even see. Should I get out of the, can you see me? I can't even see the sun now. So I was walking down the street just trying to get to know my downtown, and I had people stop me, asking me, who are you and why are you in our town? We don't know you. We moved here? No, you didn't. We don't know you. Anyway, it was really, really interesting that time. And the first time I went to a gynecologist in Roosevelt, instead of the doctor saying, hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so, he looked at me and he goes, I don't know you. Who are you related to? Why are you in town? And I'm like, I got a job here? Oh, anyway, it was really interesting. So anyway, when we moved there, I didn't know anybody. We didn't know anybody, and I had my 3 little kids, and they were little, and my husband actually had to live away from us that first year mostly. I have a smudge on my glasses, big one. So that to get work, he got a job when we came, and then it didn't work out. And so he ended up he worked in Salt Lake, he worked in Vernal, he worked in all over, and often wasn't living at home with us. And so I was a single mom for that first year mostly. It was really, really rough. And I didn't know anybody, new job, brand new teacher, really green, I was different at the school. Some of the parents and kids didn't like me at all, and it was rough. But, okay, so now I don't like myself without glasses at all. Got to put something on. Okay, so anyway, there were people who became fathers, and one that I've thought a lot about lately because he passed away is Ed Attride. Ed and I started teaching the same year at Roosevelt Junior, but he was 15 years older than I or so. And he was shaped like my dad. And Ed kind of could be a little bit gruff, but with the heart of gold. I mean, just such a good guy, so smart. I love him, but there were a few times that I was struggling. And I can remember, I don't know, a handful of times in which I would go and I would seek him out and I said, Ed, I just need a dad hug. And he would open his arms and let me hug him because he felt so much like my dad. And he would just smile and hug me and, are you okay now? Yeah, okay. No, I need to hug more. I'm like, okay. Or he would let me go. And he never really asked what was going on or anything, but every now and then and he knew that. He was, you just feel like my dad, I need a dad hug. And so I'm so grateful for those good men in our world who step up and help us be dads or brothers or friends or do those things for those of us who need it. So thank you to the men out there, the good men. Our media and our world tends to show all the bad side of people. And the people are doing ucky things, but they're just loud. I'm just so grateful. So I guess that's all I want to say today. Happy Father's Day from Bear Lake. I'm on the Utah side. Bear Lake, Utah, straddles the Utah-Idaho border. I just hope you're at peace today. And please find a way to be happy with yourself and enjoy you for you. All your quirks and warts and facial hair and weirdness and all. We're all amazing, and we need to learn to like ourselves. So there you go. The end. Enjoy your day.